Hey guys, this is HTO Mario coming at you with another video. And in this video, we are going to see Zerg against Protoss. I'm 99% sure it is Zerg against Protoss. If you're wondering how I make these videos, a lot of them are just me starting a game, starting the Q button, I hit record, I play the game how I want to play it. You know, I just focus, relax, I don't really think too much about it. Just play the game, and then I hit end record when the game is over, and I go into another ladder game, and I do the same thing. And I do this for a while. Quite a while. Probably about 2 to 3 hours at a time. And then later on, I get the video, and I match it with my match history, and I talk about it. And that way I can enjoy the game peacefully, quietly, and then I can tell you some of the thought process that I was thinking about, or some of the things that could have gone through my head. So, if you were wondering, that is how I make these videos. That's also one of the reasons why I see a lot of the loading screens. You can call it lazy editing, but I kind of like making videos this way. I guess it's more for me. So, again, as I stated, in this game we're Zerg against Protoss. And Zerg against Protoss is kind of a fickle matchup. You can go for a fast expansion, but if he opens up Forge, you can go ahead and cannon you. Since we're playing random, it's not as much of a concern. However, I have met players that will always cannon a random player. Just for the off chance that they are Protoss or Zerg, and then with Terran they just say whatever, they're playing the odds, 66% chance that they get the favorable matchup, right? So in this case, one of the things we can do, and I have to do an extractor trick because I kind of messed up here, so that's a shame. At about 75 minerals, you want to make an evolution chamber, or like an extractor? I think it's an extractor. And make a drone. So what you want to do kind of with your overlords in this matchup is you want to spread them out. You kind of want to see what kind of tech things he went for. Is it like a Nexus first, or is it a Forge? You really have to go for the buildings. And a safe way to play is you can go for a 15 spawning pool or a 10 spawning pool. 10 spawning pool, you're going to try to be aggressive. 15 spawning pool, you're gonna go ahead and just have Zerglings out, which will help you kill the pylons or probes that are kind of wandering the map, or stop some cheeses. If you go for like a 10 pool, you stop proxy 2 gate, and I haven't really been too concerned about facing these yet, so I've been playing a little bit greedy, I must say. Although I do think I can hold them with my opening, in terms of as long as I scout it, I definitely think it's possible. But so it's kind of an interesting matchup because I am playing random, so it's kind of, I'm playing the odds that he's not going to go for a Forge. Also, if he goes for a Forge, I could pull some drones that try to help stop the cannon rush. Just because you go for a hatchery first doesn't mean that he's automatically guaranteed to get the cannons off. What we do over here as well is we start off with a spawning pool, and then we get the extractor. Although normally I believe you could get the extractor first and then the spawning pool, so you can have earlier Zergling speed. I would like to have earlier Zerglings, and the reason for that being is I just don't want to have any problems when it comes to um units that I have to get out early to try to defend. I'd rather get the units than the Zergling speed, and that could be a preference. I also like a preference-wise, I like to try to start my queens at almost exactly the same time, and you gotta keep an eye on the probe. You don't want him to start building stuff, and since my overlord is now flying over it, I can see clearly now the rain is gone and Zerglings are on their way. So we're gonna go ahead and get Zergling speed. Now I did pull one drone off as it's not in too much of a hurry to go ahead and get it now. So I'll just keep one drone mining. And we see that there's no expansion yet. We saw that he's kind of walled off. There was a Zealot, there was a Stalker. There's probably a Mothership Core. There are a few things he can do, and we could see that we started the Queen earlier on the hatchery down below. And the one up above was slightly delayed. So what we did was try to get the Queen down below to inject first, since we are going to lose a second anyway. And that kind of puts it as, puts it at a nice timing, just kind of safe there. We still see that there's no expansion. It could be some kind of trees. We imagined that it would be some kind of 4-gate play, or maybe a proxy play, or maybe a hidden expansion. Although I would doubt the hidden expansion at this phase of the game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start a roach warren, and we have circling speed. We're gonna go back on the gas. We're gonna make some drones, and now we can see. All right, your gateways aren't quite done yet. Two of them are, but we can still make some drones because two of your gateways aren't quite there, and the units you currently have still have to cross the map. So since the roach warren isn't done anyway, I'm gonna grab a second gas just so I can make some go ahead and make some extra roaches. And I'm also gonna get a creep tumor and a spine crawler. So the creep tumors are to kind of extend the creep, which will help in slowing down any attacks or preventing them flat out. Also, we're gonna get two Evo chambers, and I'm gonna have this to kind of block off the spine crawler. So I'm playing a bit greedy in terms of I'm kind of skipping units a little because I haven't seen his units cross the map. So moving on from here, what we're trying to do is use the evolution chambers to kind of be a bit of a wall off. We're just injecting away, kind of being defensive. But now we definitely need to get some units coming up, and the units will be used for defense. Until the attack comes, or we decide that he's no longer doing the attack. We can also get a little bit of extra defense. But we know that he's on one base compared to two bases. So as long as we're fine, and we defend, we should pull out ahead. We just drop a third base when he's trying to get his natural, and we drone up quite heavily, and we'll have the economical advantage. So from here on out, I think the game is pretty straightforward. We defend, we counterattack, and we're gonna end up winning the game. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'm gonna cut out the audio right here. Have a good time, guys.